How did Trujillo's death affect US-Dominican relations? Have you ever wondered how the end of a dictator's reign can reshape a nation's relationship with another country? The assassination of Rafael Trujillo on May 30, 1961, is a prime example of this. Trujillo ruled the Dominican Republic with an iron fist from 1930 until his death. His regime was infamous for human rights abuses and extreme repression. Initially, the United States supported Trujillo due to his strong anti-communist stance during the Cold War. He aligned with U.S. interests, making him a strategic ally. However, as the years went by, the U.S. government grew increasingly concerned about the instability in the Dominican Republic. Trujillo's oppressive rule was becoming a liability. By the late 1950s, the U.S. began to reconsider its support for him. His assassination was carried out by Dominican dissidents who received indirect support from U.S. intelligence. This act reflected a shift in U.S. policy as the government sought to remove a dictator whose rule was no longer tenable. After Trujillo's death, his son briefly took over but struggled to maintain control. The country was in turmoil, with civil unrest and opposition rising. The U.S. saw this as an opportunity to push for a transition to a more democratic government. The immediate aftermath of Trujillo's assassination marked a significant change in U.S.-Dominican relations. The U.S. moved from supporting a dictatorship to advocating for democratic governance. This shift was evident when the United States backed the democratic election of Juan Bosch in 1962. Bosch became the first democratically elected president after Trujillo's dictatorship. His presidency, though short-lived, symbolized a new era in Dominican politics. It marked a departure from authoritarian rule and a step towards self-determination. For the Dominican people, Trujillo's death was both a painful break from a brutal past and a hopeful step toward political freedom. They faced the challenge of rebuilding their nation's political institutions while navigating the influence of the United States. The U.S. role in Trujillo's assassination and the subsequent political changes were met with mixed feelings. While many felt relief at the end of tyranny, there was also wariness about foreign interference in their sovereignty. In the end, Trujillo's assassination ended an era of dictatorship supported by the United States for strategic reasons. It opened a complex chapter in U.S.-Dominican relations, characterized by efforts to promote democracy and stability. This transition highlighted the tensions between Latin American aspirations for autonomy and the geopolitical interests of the United States during the Cold War.